Hello, welcome back to Sailing NB. Hello! I love what you've done to the saloon. Where this week we share with you the chaos of refitting our Open 66 in a boatyard in remote North Borneo and tackle some major jobs on the rudder, bearing, engine, gearbox and keel in only 3 weeks.
That is the reason why we leak. No! No! 1 week from when we are outside of the water. The situation is in a good time. We're sanding the bow. We make it smile again and we're sanding all keel. We clean, sanding, grinding. Austin from the United States is a very good worker. He started early this morning. He started to taking care of our bulb. The grinding, prepare for fix it a small chip from the moorings line, and primer with the hatch primer the top of the bulb. I finished to primer the bulb with the hatch primer, just the parts exposed where the leather, the metal is exposed to the air for isolate, block the oxidation like this. After take better the filler, after we do filler and primer again, we clean the propeller. Ready for today, we go to start the job for remove the self-drive. We remove the propeller.
The system to remove our J-prop is another very clever and unique feature of this propeller.
J-prop with the propeller go to give to you 3 Allen key. The major one is the big one. Is made for the extractor. The extractor is one system, and now if you see here, it's quite beautiful because every propeller you struggling to remove and put, this one it go to work like extractor.
Turning this Allen key clockwise tightens the propeller onto the shaft, and turning it anti-clockwise unties and extracts the propeller from the shaft. If you want to know more, feel free to get in contact with us or directly with Marine Propeller. I'll put the link in the description.
And we remove the engine. I finish now to empty and try to clean the most I can. Remove the exhaust can leak, and we try to fiberglass. Remove the alternator and start to attack this one because we have to change the timing cover. Remove all pipe and cable. Okay, they connect the engine to the engine room because we built the structure on the top, chain blocks, lift the engine and sit where I'm sit me. Because after we go to attack the gearbox and we go to change the gearbox with the second hand, the new one we have. I already removed the frame, hold the seal in contact with the boat. Now we have to try to pull out. Now we discover that it can't come out. I believe I can manage to bend and rotate and pass the shaft of the propeller, but no, we are stuck like this. The good thing now we know how can it's made. We can see the boat is clear and sealed here. That is a good thing. There is no visible foam. And after I go to sanding hole and primer. Now I go down and I remove the shaft. That is the reason why we leak. Amount of plastic. little bit stuck because the shaft is too long and don't pass from the hole. I have the roof and the wall. If I don't have a roof and wall, I can manage to lift vertical the gearbox and after turner for come out. But there is the wall. The only system for reach the quantity of space for remove is remove the gearbox from the legs. After is a lot more short, probably can arrive to go vertical and turn. The other system is remove the shaft from the legs.
Ok, 1, 2, 3. Aspetta. Ah, cazzozza. No! Ma vai a fanculo! No, non è possibile, non è possibile.
Yes. Nobody saw on the video. We managed. A big job, but done. Now we have to clean, sanding, primering, antifouling because I don't want any more barnacle inside there. After I go to build one mattress in foam, like this have the elasticity for move, but it go to be sealed. Now we have to prepare for the new one. Allora, here Francesco from Sailing NV start to clean the engine room and the housing for the new gearbox. The old gearbox is ready here, rebuilt. Now we try to make everything, painting the housing with antifouling and pull out the new gearbox. We sanding and clean all rudder and we clean the low bearing, top bearing. That is the work. I do it in the last few hours. Just 1/4 of the bearing is done. We re-lift the rudder case fall down 5 mm making noise, is a little bit jam. Okay. Now we start to adjust the position. I'm very happy because the first job, big one, is done. Watch. And we do the preparation for re-extend the rudder. I grinding in 5 different steps. For the staggered lamination in carbon. You can see there is 5 different lines. The last one is very small. See, tack, and tack. And there is one very small one that is going to be very difficult to laminate. 2, 3 big one I need for structure, and 4. It's very good because we are with the 4 one we rejoined exactly layer for arrive to the gel coat. Another day in paradise. start with Francesco, empty the pit from the water. Me, I cut the
Yeah, I saw that.
5 euro specs. There is one new one to do it. That one. After I reshaping the last vacuum bagging, I recut the excess of fiberglass. I
Very nice.
prepare, I resanding all. Here is ready because we do another bags tonight. I try to do in all one go. One cover here, one below for a joint up to here. Cleaning and sanding all legs. Here the legs is all dirty from organic material. Quindi we have to sanding and clean best we can, like this side. And after we go to apply one coat or two coat of primer, epoxy primer for seal the aluminum and protect from the painting antifouling. We have the new seal here. Here we go to change the seal, is the problem we have. We have to clean and shining the shaft because also the shaft has some line with the P2000 sandpaper. And after we can primer and tomorrow antifouling. At the moment I have to change the seal. Before to change the seal we have to manage to make it shining and perfect and check if there is some line. Quindi after I clean we go to see, because here the seal have to work properly, not like last time. It's clean, it's sanding, there is no line. It is ready for install with the new seal. Disassemble the legs, check parts of everything. Okay, this is the low parts of the gearbox where we have to make in contact with the legs. It look like dirty and little bit oxidized. Now we try to reshape with the light sandpaper. Normally this is the mark where arrive the legs, is more small, the contact here is quite good. But for be sure that we don't have a problem, I go to clean with the sandpaper and use it a little bit WD-40, and before I start with the 240 P240 sandpaper, and after I go with the 1000 and after with the 2000, and making very nice and shining like this. We are sure to do the best refitting of this gearbox possible. If you see, this is the condition where I not do it, and this is where I ready sanding with one light sandpaper, but it's not enough. Okay, but sanding I find something. It's somebody for open use it one chisel and chip over from the housing of the seal. I chip over 2 pieces of aluminum. I try to make it smooth around. This is really where there is the seal, and I think it's okay. This is the best I can. It's not perfect, honestly. I have to still try to fix it. Watch, this kind of chip over here. But I can't sanding more because this is the little corrosion, but we can say I can shining maybe a little bit more here, but it's quite refitting. Be clean, eh? Okay, it's not perfect, but it be very dirty and corroded. I think for me it's okay. Clean best I can, very clean, sanding, ready for reinstall the rubber seal. Bello, clean, ready. We never have the guarantee the gearbox is better to the our one. We know what is broken in our one. But the new one, like you say many times, can be more old to the our one. It's very nice. We have a good deal. AB Marine is amazing. But also them, they never recondition it. Quindi I try to rebuild and the condition is one old gearbox. At the moment I try to do my best, I know I do the best I can. Quindi I sanding, I clean, I remove the corrosion, I try to put all seal in the correct position.
Well done.
Okay, one of the main reasons why we have to change the full legs of the gearbox also is because in our one this hole is the release hole for the change the oil, for release the oil, be damaged from the previous owners the thread. Impossible to keep sealed. The only system is a glue with epoxy. Reason why we change and reason why we follow all the instruction and manual to the Volvo say to put the o-ring for 15 minutes inside to the engine oil. And now the o-rings have to come in soft, is a new o-ring. Here the rubber seal is new, all gearbox is sanding and prepare. I think we are on the good direction. Ciao. Now here is ready, inside is all painting with antifouling. The ring, clamps before is all oxidate. Now I try to rebuild everything. Today I put the belt and sit the gearbox, I wish. Okay. Ready for ta-da! Non esagere. Done. Ta-da! I have the foam for like last year. We don't use the rubber. We use it 1 hour technique with the foam, with the surfboard foam. It closes, it's soft, it's closed perfectly. I'm very satisfied. There is the rubber give the correct softness for move forward and backward, but at the same time it's perfect hydrodynamic. Now we primer and we antifouling. I wish don't crack because the painting is more rigid to the rubber, but it's good. After we primer all and painting with antifouling, and tomorrow I fit the engine. The engine go back in the engine room. Okay, done. Whole engine is in again with the new reconditioner gearbox with all new rubber seal. Watch it nice. You can see the new rubber seal with the sticker. The gearbox, a new one, and we change also, like you see, the crankshaft seal. Now here is easy to see, is really full of oil. This o-ring is a brake. Here don't have to be full of oil. Now we have to replace this. To replace this we have to open this. Madonna Santa, it's not finished. Now we got to remove the carter of the flywheel. Now our crankshaft is on the back here, and we have to find the new crankshaft. Is here ready to install. Original Volvo parts, cost a fortune. Okay, new seal, old seal. I think is all done. And yeah, is ready for reinstall all electric parts and fuel line and power line. Now it's nice late evening. I think it's 5:30 or 6 o'clock. Shower and we go to dinner with Joanna, Nemo and Bubble Daddy. Good night from Sailing MV. Very happy night. Yeah, best day ever.
Woohoo!
We managed to fill a tall bulb below. We primer yesterday. Today we managed to empty it properly. Me have 4 legs. I mix it 20 bucket of epoxy fill with a 6 pump, which is one big amount.
Where are you going, you know?
We
Well
managed
done.
to fill it
Well
all.
done.
It's not a perfect shape. We have to sanding because you can see the line, but I managed to fill it all.
Well done. So it had been a super productive nearly 3 weeks. Timo had fixed the bearing issue, extended our rudder beautifully, swapped the gearbox with the second-hand one that we bought, fixed some other leaks on the engine, and started smoothing out the shape of the bulb. So all that was left now was just to finish the bulb and to anti-foul the entire boat. But we had some extra helping hands coming to give us a hand with this. So we were hopeful that this wouldn't take too long and that our days in the boatyard were now numbered. But unfortunately, it seemed fate had other plans for us as we got a bit of a nasty surprise. Due to our 4.5 metre keel, we'd arranged for the yard to dig us a pit to put our keel in, as there weren't props tall enough to support us that high above the ground. But unfortunately, despite our best efforts to give the yard as detailed a plan as possible for how best to sit the boat, we struggled to communicate with the yard manager effectively, and they dug the pit a lot deeper than we'd requested. This led to 2 major issues for us. The first was that the pit filled with water, making it initially very difficult to work on the bulb. Timo spent hours shoveling gravel and rigging up pumps to try to get the pit dry enough to work in, as one of the important jobs we had to do whilst out of the water was to work on this part of the boat, to cover the exposed metal with etch primer, filler, primer and paint. Up until now we'd had relatively good weather, but every time it rained we had to repeat the process of emptying the pit.
Unlucky.
The other issue was that it made it impossible to support the keel as we'd requested multiple times. In the end, with the communication issues and the difficulty in particular with dealing with the yard manager, famous for being a bit grumpy and uncooperative, we felt we had no choice but to hope the boat would be okay like this, as we thought the boat would be strong enough to support this seating arrangement for a few weeks. Unfortunately, we were wrong about this, and only days before we'd hoped to relaunch, we got a bit of a nasty surprise. Timo rung yesterday and was like, I've got some bad news. The hull's been a bit compressed where it's been sat.
We have one compression on the exterior skin of the sandwich and compress the foam inside. Our foam is one foam don't coming back in position when it's a smash, when it's a press. Keep the form. The material inside is a foam cord like this one, and with the finger, Timo can smash. Okay, don't coming back when the foam is compressed. Here, the blocks is not on the center of the boat. It's only one side. We can notice from the bow. The plank is bent. It don't take all in the perpendicular to the bulkhead. But the problem is not they don't support on the correct point. The problem, there is nothing support the weight of the keel. And because the keel pull here, all weight to the 60% or more to the weight of the keel go to be in compression here. And we have the major damage. You see, there is a big air. Okay. It's in contact here. And after, boom, there is the space, and the boat, you can notice, is bent.
This new damage, coupled with about a week's worth of rain on the forecast, left us in a pretty miserable situation. Apparently the hatches are open. Don't miss out on next week's episode where we go through this damage in detail and how we're going to resolve the situation.
Merry Christmas! Oh, Merry Christmas! Oh, Merry Christmas and happy to you! Buon Natale! Jingle bell, jingle go the way. All my troubles in so far. This broken boat. Hey, jingle bell, jingle. Don't worry about our boat. Okay, we can fix it everything. Okay, very soon we transform in one trimaran with the foil and maybe also the wings for fly, because we think about to reach Mars before SpaceX. And apart of that,
yeah, we just wanted to say Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yeah.
Before the Happy New Year, there is another couple of videos, sure.
True.
And apart of that, we have some new Patreon. We want to say thank you.
Yeah, big thank you to Matt Cox and his family, Lynn,
Alex. We really feeling the same after to read your story. We are very similar. You go to float again. Very soon we sailing all together. Please consider us a sailor friend. If you see something close to us, at the moment we are in Borneo, maybe we can go to inspect for you before you fly, and maybe we can, if you give some more information, maybe we can make you in contact with something we saw somewhere.
And thank you to Ricardo.
Grazie Riccardo, thank you Riccardo. Thank you all Patreon, past and future. We need your help, you are very important for us. Thank you so much also for the coffee supporter.
Yeah, Andy and Ian both.
Andy and Ian both
Gave us a giant coffee, thank you so much.
Thank you for the many coffee you offer to us. Coffee supporter! We want a more coffee supporter. I like a coffee, thank you.
If anyone else would like to support us on Patreon or Coffee, I'll put the links in the description. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on the future episodes. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. And
the other thing is why for Christmas you don't help us to reach the 22,000 subscribers. It can be one nice gift for us. It's enough if every of you sign in another friend. In the end is only, we need only 390 or something like this new subscribe, but more we are, better is. Thank you so much to follow our channel and to support us. Merry Christmas and Merry Christmas.
what's your favorite one? Rudolph. The red-nosed reindeer. Saw him.
Right. We're looking also for one new engine in the next year, and we are very interesting also to the electric conversion, but we already tried to do some evaluation few year, 2 year before, and we never came forward the amount of money for battery enough for be autonomous, and we still looking for a perfection the system, but one day we got to be really self autonomous. I don't wanna be in necessity to refuel anymore, because for the kind of life we do it, we need to be self-sufficient.